as Best Male Artist and an award for Australia's biggest selling album, Soul Deep. David White caught up with the singer, who looks like he'll be a presence on the Australian rock scene for many years to come.
It began as a labour of love, a tribute to the classic songs he grew up with. Music from the masters of soul like Joe Tex, Jackie Wilson, Marvin Gaye, Wilson Pickett and Ike and Tina Turner. As it turned out, the songs that inspired Jimmy Barnes on the album Soul Deep electrified his fans, old and new alike, winning a couple of arias along the way.
Whew, Jimmy Barnes!
There must be a lot of kids out there probably haven't heard any of those songs before, and I thought, well, maybe if I can inspire them to go and have a listen to the real thing, it'll be good for their education. When they buy the record, if they like that sort of stuff or the commitments or whatever, they should go and get a Wilson Pickett record or an Otis Redding album. Most soul music really is basically, it's an expression of, pure love, I guess. They're all, most of them are very optimistic, very, I guess, it's pure love.
I guess if there's ever been a complaint about a style, it's been that you can overwhelm a song. And one guy, in fact, a writer called your treatment...
Vandal.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. When a man loves a woman. So, do you think what you're doing on Soul Deep is, change that technique, change that...
Well, I think what I did with Soul Deep was much more true to the, the originals. So, obviously it had to be a lot subtler.
You've gone the whole way. I mean, there's the cover art, there's the label. I mean, even though you're not the hairdo, you got the hairdo, and you slicked it back and you greased it up and the whole bit, the short back and sides. How did the kids react to this change of image?
They broke down, laughing and pointing at me. Look at you, It was classic.
I was going to say, you're not wearing the slick back and sides today, so how often do you get out of it and let it all...
To tell you the truth, I don't know how everybody, does it. I could never have been a rocker, because I wake up and my hair's like, it's everywhere, It's like, God damn, I'm not going to have to do that again.
Those who follow Jimmy's career are well aware of his hard-playing, hard-living road warrior image. But with his 4 kids, affectionately known as the Tin Lids, playing an ever-growing role in his life, the family's provided a much-needed balance to rock and roll's excess.
To tell you the truth, when I joined Cultures, I didn't even think I'd make 21,
Really?
I didn't particularly want it. It was, let's get going, let's have a good time, So I'm surprised I've made it this far.
How important is the family thing? I mean, if you had to give it away tomorrow for the family, would you?
Yeah, no problem. Yeah, it's singing's been my greatest love, since I can remember. But there would be no choice, It'd be the first thing I'd do. If it meant anything that was sort of going to hinder my family life, it'd be gone. When something is wrong with my baby. The other great thing about having a family, they generally, can make you, they're pretty leveling on you. You can't go around with your head in the clouds, I try to keep, as normal as possible a life going.
Your kids, as the Tin Lids have made a record, if they wanted to emulate Dad and work the pubs and all that sort of stuff, what would you say?
I'm the tour manager. I'm coming with you. No, they, fine, I've been through a lot of wild times, obviously, and I've done, been in places where you wouldn't want to go again, but it's been an education, But I wouldn't not encourage my kids to get into music. It's been, it's a good industry.
What about life after rock and roll? How does Jimmy Barnes retire gracefully?
Well, I think when I die, they're going to have to go and beat my liver to death with a stake for a start. I don't think I'll retire. I'm just going to keep singing,
a long way from...